You can't make that stuff up. So that intro was for the OG watchers of the channel. I'm at my parents' house, and when I first started making YouTube videos, that clock would chime every time I wanted to make a video. And here I am with the same clock years later, ruining the video. But anyway, I'm gonna leave that in just because it's funny. So, I'm doing some cooking. I'm doing some smoking of some ribs. So I figured might as well film a couple clips here and there. I am by no means a barbecue expert. There's channels completely dedicated to this kind of stuff. People who, you know, do barbecue ribs and different types of barbecue for competitions. Those are the channels you want to watch. But, you know, I'm doing this anyway, so I might as well film it. So I have a cheap, smaller rack of some Carolina style ribs, and all I did was cut it in half because I have a small smoker that, it's actually a smoke box when we were using it today as a smoker. And this is gonna be off to the side so that all the heat can be on the other side, so we can do a slow and low. So all I did was just trim up some of the fat here. All right, I have a glove on because I'm gonna smear mustard all over the outside of these things, and then we're gonna throw on our dry rub. So I'll get back to you when I'm done with that. All right, so now I got the mustard all over the gloves, but all over the meat, which is important. This is basically like the glue, okay? This is what all this dry rub is gonna stick to. So let me get my glove off and show you some of the dry rub here. All right, so here is the all-purpose rub that I'm using, University of Q. So this one's called the Quad. I use this twice now. It is awesome, so I'm sticking with it. It's unfortunate because I don't have my whole camera gear here. I'm just filming with my phone, so I can't, you know, I don't have a third hand. But I'm basically going to liberally sprinkle this all over all sides, the front, the back, and don't forget the actual sides around there. All right, I want this completely coated. All right, so I'll be back when that is done. Okay, so we are fully saturated. It looks like there's a lot of rub on there. Trust me, it's totally fine. When I first tried this, I thought it'd be too much, and it's perfect. All right, you want to create all those different layers of flavor. I turned the bottle here so you can see exactly what the ingredients are on this particular setup of spice rub. So now that this is done, I'm gonna go prep the smoker. All right, so I got everything set up here. This is one of those char griller. It's like a smoking box, so this attaches to, you know, a larger grill. But you could just grill straight on this, or as I'm doing, just smoking, as long as you don't have too much meat. So what I did was, it's a wind blows, I got my ribs off to the left there. All right, pull out the drawer. I have maybe like a third of the coals going here. Put a bunch of the wet chips, those are like just pecan chips. And how I do it is I hit it with a buttload of smoke right off the bat. And then afterwards, I just make one of those smoking pouches, so it's slowly smoking. All right, so what I want to do right now is just char this up, get a little bit of color on the outside and insides for probably like an hour, and then I'll come back and I'll wrap it up with some other goodies inside. So I'll show you that when I get to it. All right, it has been 1 hour. All right, so now I'm inside. You can see the outside of this meat is nice and charred, and of course there's tons of that smoke. Right now what I'm going to do is put on some honey. I'm going to drizzle it on both sides. I'm going to sprinkle on some brown sugar and then cut some pats of butter. All right, we do that on both sides, and we're going to wrap it up, put it back in to cook. All right, so we got our butter, our sugar, and our honey, which would probably make anything taste good. And I'm going to put these meat side down. I'm going to wrap it up in foil completely and throw them back on the smoker. So we are on hour 2. Just rotated the pouch. That's pretty much all I'm doing, is making sure it's kind of getting even heat, because I still have my coals off to one side. You know, just want to make sure it doesn't get too hot in here. All right, I think you want to be around 200 degrees. I don't do a perfect science here. Eventually I'll really up my barbecue game, but what I've been doing so far has been coming out awesome, so it's working for me. But anyway, that's it. We're going to check this again in another hour or so. So as a bonus, this is before I'm doing the ribs, but I have a smoked pack just to try something different, and I got some bacon wrapped asparagus, and that is looking delicious. So little bonus footage. All right guys, these are all done. I probably forgot to do the other videos, but the total cook time was about 4.5 hours, and they came out, I mean, amazing. This meat is literally falling off the bone. So yeah, just a quick, you know, non-professional rib video. Of course, all the barbecue guys and gals can chime in and give me your opinions on what you do. But that's pretty much it. I mean, ready to eat. Hopefully you guys have a wonderful day, and I'll see you tomorrow with a brand new video. Take care.